So in this discussion forum, we're going to think about how search has changed the way that we think and we learn. The constant availability of information and the constant availability of stimulating distractions has already been shown to change the way that we think and the way our attention spans work. It's one reason that these videos are so short. It also changes how we retain information. A lot of you are now thinking, why do I need to memorize anything when I can always look it up? The chapter doesn't specifically talk about how search is changing how we're thinking and learning, but it does talk about how search works and the mechanics of search, and they are related. The reason is, if you don't understand how the mechanics of search work and you just believe that everything that shows up online is true, then if you're no longer learning and memorizing facts, history may change for you. If you believe everything you read online and you don't remember your facts anymore, things could happen. Does anybody remember the book 1984, We Have Always Been at War with East Asia? This might seem fanciful to you. You might be thinking to yourself, well, but history doesn't change and people aren't going to change things online. Well, think again. Look at the biographies of people, for example, on Wikipedia. Now, if you look at the math entries on Wikipedia, people don't really change the math entries too much because math is math. But people do go in and edit the biographies in different ways. Another point that the book made is, let's imagine somebody puts out a news story, quote unquote, and they get their facts wrong. Or maybe they didn't even check their facts. And they publish it and a lot of other outlets pick it up and they start propagating it, and then you find out that the facts were wrong. Well, maybe they publish a fix, but it doesn't get propagated everywhere. So now when you're looking at the story, you don't know which one's truth and which one's not. And it's really hard to redact all of those copies when they're out there all over the web. So part of the lesson in this is be careful what you read and make sure you know what your facts really are. So for this discussion forum, I want you to think about how search has changed how you think and learn. Specifically, how has the constant availability of information changed how you think? How has it changed how you discuss and how you argue things? How about how sure you are of your facts? Do you memorize them? Do you have to check them? Or how much you even memorize? How much do you memorize and how much do you just rely on being able to look it up? How has it changed how you learn as a student and as a person?